Last time on Destiny Dare, I outlined some of the steps you can take to make your destiny become a reality. Today, I want to confront some of the most common obstacles you might face as you pursue your dreams.
Despero, why do you think you're in school?
To learn?
To learn, yes.
To learn what?
To learn
How?
to be a mouse, sir.
That is correct. And you can't be a mouse if you don't learn to be afraid. Oh, Despero, there's so many wonderful things in life to be afraid of if you just learn how scary they are.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Fear. It's perfectly natural for you to feel terrified as you venture out into the unknown. What is important is that you don't let fear stop you. The Courage Toolbox. Talk to God about your fear. Repeat the truth to yourself. Find friends to support you and pray for you. Listen to music that inspires you. These tools can be helpful when confronting your fear, but when it comes right down to it, the best advice I can give you is to just jump headlong into what you're afraid of and not look back until you're on the other side. Hear me out. I've struggled with fear many, many times in my life. I've stood there looking at a situation, literally shaking with fear, my palms sweating, my heart beating out of my chest, tears running down my face, saying, I just can't do it. And you know what? I survived. And on the other side of that fear, it looks a whole lot smaller. Most of the time, courage is simply doing what you know you must, no matter what you feel. Money, or the lack thereof, might be one of the most practical hindrances you face. But honestly, this topic is usually just a major distraction that gets you focused on all the wrong things. If you wait until you have all the finances you need to move forward, you will die without accomplishing anything significant. God is more than capable of providing the resources you need right when you need them. Try not to dwell on a lack of finances. However, I will give you one warning. Debt is like a ball and chain and can kill and waylay dreams faster than almost anything else. Do not borrow money or use credit unless it's absolutely necessary. If you have to take out a loan, be sure to pay it off in a timely manner. If you're already in debt, seek out help to come up with a plan to pay it off as soon as you can. Whether your past was pleasant or painful, you can build upon your experiences and the lessons you've learned. However, you cannot allow yourself to stay stuck there. Live fully in the present, learning from the past and preparing for the future. So let's just be honest here. Failing stinks. Nobody likes to fail. But I'd have to agree with Thomas Edison and Abraham Lincoln on this one. You can learn more from failure than you can from success. Failure can make you stronger, but don't let it harden you. A supple and tender heart is vital for fostering the relationships that are key in building your future. If you become jaded and callous, you will trample on others rather than working with them towards destiny. One of my hobbies is reading biographies of people who are world changers. And you know what? I've noticed a consistent pattern in the lives of every one of them. They all went through long stages of their lives that must have seemed downright pointless to them at the time. The whole first half of Abraham Lincoln's life was filled with mediocrity, pain, and failure. He suffered through the death of his mother, his fiancée, and, later on, 2 sons. He struggled with serious depression and was betrayed by nearly everyone that was close to him. The woman that he ended up marrying was not only mentally ill, but she was downright mean. All that must have felt awful and needless to him, but it prepared him to be arguably the best president that the United States has ever had. In the Bible, David the shepherd boy was the underappreciated baby of a large family. As a kid, he got all the chores no one else wanted, and after the brief shining moments of being anointed king and killing Goliath, he ended up being exiled as a criminal. He spent the next 16 years or so of his life hiding in caves with a ragtag band of hooligans, living off whatever they could scrounge up in raiding parties against the Philistines. That must have seemed pretty unexplainably hard at the time. But those experiences made him a great king. It's a few thousand years later, and we're still talking about him. King David is one of the most revered historical figures in both Judaism and Christianity. Gladys Aylward was a missionary to China right before World War II. She is most well known for single-handedly saving the lives of 100 children by leading them over the mountains on foot when the Japanese invaded China. But did you know that up until age 28 she was a maid in England? That's right. She spent her youth cleaning rich people's houses and serving them tea. Matter of fact, when she wanted to become a missionary, she was told that she was too old and that she would never learn the language. That whole first part of her life, it must have seemed so mundane. Imagine if she'd given up just because her life seemed mundane.
I know what you would say, and it would seem like wisdom, but for the warning in my heart.
Warning? Against what? We're all afraid, Frodo. But to let that fear drive us to destroy what hope we have, don't you see that is madness?
There is no other way.
I ask only for the strength to defend my people. If you would but lend me the ring.
No.
Why do you recoil? I am no thief.
You are not yourself.
What chance do you think you have? They will find you. They will take the ring. And you will beg for death before the end. No! It is not yours, saved by unhappy chance. It could have been mine. It should be mine. Give it to me! Give it to me! No! Give me the ring! No! I see your mind. You will take the ring to Sauron! You will betray us! You go to your death, and the death of us all! Curse you! Curse you! And all the halflings! Frodo? Frodo? What have I done? Please, Frodo. Frodo, I'm sorry!
Betrayal. There's nothing quite like getting stabbed in the back by someone you thought you could trust. It hurts like nothing else can. The temptation is to close up your heart and never let another person in. How could you possibly trust another person? But here's the thing. Love is the very basis of our existence. God actually said that all the laws in the universe can be summed up in loving others and loving Him. And guess what? Love involves trust. Trust involves risk and sometimes pain. But that pain is nothing compared to the pain you will experience if you shut yourself off from the essence of who you are, a giver and a receiver of love. Thank you for joining me for Destiny Dare today. Have I covered every obstacle that you'll experience when pursuing your destiny? I don't think so. But I'm hoping that the few that I did cover will help you to prepare yourself and that you won't get discouraged or give up.